again, this is your favorite storyteller, Stanley Karidi, with one more new story. And today we are going to talk about a Kenyan Christmas. Unlike many parts of the world, we do not have a lot of celebrations. You people have things you call Halloween, you celebrate Father's Day, Mother's Day. There's a lot of anniversaries and birthday parties. My first birthday party to celebrate, I was 26 years old because I could pay for it. And I knew when I was born. Otherwise, before that, that was an issue for my parents because it's expensive. They never celebrated their birthdays because they are not sure exactly when they were born. There was no paperwork when they were born. So it's not a common thing to celebrate a birthday party in Kenya. Our kids are asking for it now because they are learning from the media, they are learning from their friends in school, and they look forward to it. But for myself, that's the only birthday party I have celebrated. I was 26 years old. I was able to buy a few sodas and a bread, and I invited my friends to celebrate. I had this black and white TV. It was 14-inch, red in color. It was called a Great Wall from China. And because it was black and white and there was a soccer game that afternoon, we had to put a fake plastic screen that was colored. You had to fix it on the face of the TV. On the top side, it was blue so that the skies would look blue. And on the lower part, it was green in color so that it would reflect the green glass in the football pitch. That's how we did it. Anyway, back to our story. Christmas parties are big because people come from all over different parts of Kenya. If you have siblings or relatives from abroad, they fly in so that people can reunite and get to eat and feast together. So Christmas for us is a time to eat and drink. And our favorite drink at Christmas time is the Tusker beer. It's a popular beer in Kenya. And the name Tusker is because the founders of this company that makes Tusker beer, it was two brothers. And they were game hunters. And one of them, as they were hunting down the jumbos, the elephants, one of them was killed by a big elephant, a bull elephant. And in memory of his brother, this brother decided to make a beer and to name it Tusker in memory of the dead brother. So in Kenya, every Christmas time, people will plan for it, and the best gift a father can give to his family at Christmas is to buy a live goat from the market. So you go to the market weeks before Christmas time, because if you wait until Christmas, the prices of these goats will be hitting the roof. They will be up, skyrocketing, because everybody is rushing to buy a goat. So you need to plan ahead and buy before. So you buy this goat and take it home. You fatten it for a few weeks. You feed it so that at Christmas time it's big enough, because it's about the quantity. It's not about the tenderness. That's why we don't go for babies. We don't go for lamb. If you don't have a goat, you go for a sheep. Then you get the mutton. So it's about the amount, because it's time to eat and drink. So what happens at Christmas time? Early morning, this is the only time most of us Kenyan men go to the kitchen, because we love our meat. We love barbecued goat meat. So we do it ourselves. Early in the morning, you call your boys because it's a boys thing to do it. Girls don't take part in slaughtering. They don't like blood. Remember, we do not kill. We do not kill these animals. We just prepare. Using the word kill is too harsh. We don't murder. We just prepare. We slaughter. You have a container right there. You get rid of the neck. You have a sharp knife. You cut off the neck. Drain the blood in this container. Put some salt. Keep it aside for later. Because that will be used to make the popular African sausages. After the neck, you do the skinning. You remove all the skin. You start with the legs. Then you open up the belly. You remove it all. And then you put it flat on the ground so that the meat does not get a lot of dirt or a lot of grass. So you open up the middle and you remove all the inners. That is the intestines, the liver, the kidneys, and even the lungs. Everything you remove, the heart, and you separate them. Because for the intestines, larger intestines and the smaller ones, and the stomach stuff, you need to wash them before you cook them. So you wash those, you keep them on the side. This is making me hungry. So what happens after that? You can, for easy separation and cutting of different, because we do not break a bone. When you are slaughtering a goat, we go for the joints. You have to learn how to do it. I have learned how to do it from my daddy. I'm teaching my boys how to do it. My boys will teach their boys how to do it. It is passed on. It's a technique and you get better with it with time. So for easy of doing it, you might need to hang it up on a tree or somewhere upside down so that the neck is facing down, the rear legs are up. So it is just hanging like this, so it is very easy for you to go for the joint and separate and get different pieces together. We have most of this goat, most of it will be barbecued. The head and the legs, you put them on a fire to get rid of the hair, then you boil it plus some backbones, put it in a big container and let it boil for hours. The broth from the goat head and the legs is a remedy for hangover, and that is something that comes in handy the day after Christmas. So what happens? Everything is separated, everything is ready, then you make the fire. We have improvised stoves that use charcoal. It's custom made, just for barbecuing goat. They are low, they are not very high because you might need to be seated. It depends if you want to stand up. So you can have a low one or a high one. And it is big, like 4 feet, and the whole goat can be laid right there with the charcoal underneath, and you just need to turn it. Keep turning it every 2 minutes. You turn it, and in about an hour, the smell of the goat travels like lightning. It goes a long way. The good thing is every homestead, your neighbors, everybody is doing the same. So you will not have uninvited guests. Almost everybody is slaughtering the goat at the same time. So if you have a goat, just your family, you can have it 3 days. And this time is goat and goat only. You might have something else on the side. But what people remember is the goat. Of course, the taskabia comes in handy after the goat. So what happens? We barbecue everything, then people sit together, maybe under a tree, and people tell stories as they are enjoying the barbecue goat. If you have never had a barbecue goat, if you ever come to Kenya, make it an effort. Just try. There are many places you can have goat meat and you will not be disappointed. We love it. I love my goat. So what happens? After eating, people tell stories. then there is no party without music. African Kenyans, we love to dance. And what happens? Everybody now is very happy. The kids are dancing. You put music, African music or any kind of music. Some are singing, some are... Remember, we have taken 1 or 2 beers. During our Christmas parties, we do not just take 1 or 2. Unlike most of you, where every other day you take a beer, when you're having a meal, you take a glass of wine for dinner. We don't have the luxury of doing that. It is expensive to buy beer, to buy a Tusker. So you can't afford to have it every other weekend. So there are many people who wait until Christmas time, once in a year. But when they sit down to drink a Tusker, it is either they finish the Tusker bottles or the Tusker finishes them. Because you buy several crates. A crate is like 25 bottles in there. And they are 500 ml each. So you may have like 3 crates for only a group of 10. So there is no limit. You drink. If you fall dead, you will wake up in the morning and you will get the goat broth, the soup will be waiting for you. Because remember I said that is the remedy for the hangovers. So after a few drinks, 1, 2, 3, people start, everybody is smiling. Remember, the drinks are not for the kids. This is for adults. You have to be above 18 years old to enjoy a beer in Kenya. And people start dancing. And the one big difference between your dancing and how we dance here is that the Kenyans, when they dance, especially the girls, the females, they concentrate from the waist downwards up to the knee. That middle part, that is where the concentration is. Most of the Western people, dancing is above the waist. Above the waist, your shoulders, your neck and your face. Because when some of you dance, for example, it's a love song, people hold each other and you can see there's a lot of communication. There's a lot of feelings and, you know, they are slow, they are communicating. They hold each other. And you can tell they are enjoying it. It's different here. Whether it's a love song or not a love song, it's like war. The girls, remember it's from their knees up to their waist. That middle part is their center of attraction. That is what they shake. They shake their bodies. They go like this. This thing is going round. They are shaking it. They are, and they are serious. All this time, the boys, because this is the girls doing it, it's like this thing becomes like a soccer ball. It's like a ball going round and round. And if they have a partner, a boy somewhere, what happens? The boy is behind. They are not in front. Like other people. They are not in front of these girls, facing each other. They are behind the girls. And they are just following the soccer ball. The ball is going around like this, and the boy is like a goalkeeper. He's going like this all the time. And you don't touch. That's a big difference. But we love it because that is our culture. That's how we do it, and we enjoy it. I can't wait for the next Christmas. I want to be a goalkeeper. It's amazing how different we all do it. So everybody goes to sleep at their own time. In the morning, people wake up whenever they want. Those that have hangovers, they go for the goat broth. The others that are still strong enough to keep going, they head back for the tusker as they now eat the head of the goat. The head of the goat is eaten in the morning, the following morning. That is on the 26th. As other people are celebrating Boxing Day, we are celebrating goat head eating. We only throw away the eyes, but we eat everything else. And it is yummy. I can assure you that. One time, we had a goat on safari. And one of the guests, John Gelak, he came to our table and he said, "Guys, what are you having, boys? May I join you and have what you..." Because we had said to him, we do not want to have lunch with you. Can we sit separately and enjoy something native, something traditional? And he said it was okay. So when we were eating and he came, he decided to try what we were eating. At that time, we were all enjoying it. He came, he sat with us, he washed his hands, and he was eating it. And I tell you, he loved it. He enjoyed it. Later on, when we were just done with it, he said, "Hey, David," he said to my daddy, "David, what part of the goat were we having?" And my father said, "Oh, this was goat intestines." This guy got sick. He was so sick, he threw up. We almost thought we were going to kill him. He didn't go on a game drive for the next 3 days because he was throwing up and he had serious diarrhea. He was checking the tire every 5 minutes for 3 days. Because we told him what we were having. When you are not used to something, then you do not want to try. You are afraid. If we didn't tell him what he had eaten, maybe he would not have become sick. Goats are sweet. They are part of our lives. We love them. And this is my story for today. Thank you, viewers, for subscribing, tuning to my channel and sharing. I hope we can keep doing this and see you in my next video. Thank you.